Hey there YouTube, it's me Tori, and today I have a new art supply to share with you. It's a first impression, so without further ado, let's just dive right in. Let's start off with the Soho Artist Semi-Moist Watercolors. They kind of remind me of the Kuretake Gansai Tambi, and I'm super happy that the owner of Jerry's actually handed this to me to try it out. And he's like, just try it out, just like have fun with it, because I'm so curious to how this like performs in comparison to all those like juicy, ooh, they're shiny. Okay, cool. So this is what they look like. They kind of have a weird smell to them, kind of like fresh from the factory. So we do have like an assortment of neon colors, some pearlescents, all your like your classic yellows to yellow ochres to your very vivid oranges. Yeah, they kind of do slide around in the plastic tray a little bit more than the Kuretakes do. And it comes in like a little tin set. A pretty blue, actually. I thought it was black at first, but that's actually really pretty. I think this part just kind of keeps them all in place, or maybe it's just there for packaging. Who knows? I do enjoy how it comes with a lid, so you can actually use this as a palette, so that is pretty nifty. I don't know how much this is. I think this set has 36 pans, and they kind of advertise it to be easy lift. So yeah, let's move along. For today's exploration, I'll be using the Strathmore 400 series watercolor paper, and I'm blocking in my little quick sketch using a graphite pencil. And for FTC transparency, this video, it's not a paid sponsorship, nor was it asked for. Like, this is just me being an artist, playing with new art supplies and sharing that joy with you while giving you my honest thoughts. So just wanted to like put that out there. And to like reiterate, this is also a first impressions. I did not swatch all the colors in this set, but I do swatch a few. I pulled a few colors that I thought I would use in today's piece, just pulling inspiration from the reference photo. And I'm doing a patron portrait, by the way. Thank you, Amanda, for letting me draw you. So the colors, they activate beautifully. It's to be expected from like a paint kind of similar to like the Kuretake Gansai Tambi. It's not a traditional watercolor. There's a lot of gum arabic in these. I really dig the mixing lid tray included in this set. I think it's really durable, it's sturdy, and it's just like you got a lot of mixing area to play with. And by the way, there is no information about this set in terms of pigment, and I don't think these are light fast. So yeah, upon swatching the red, like the only red in this set, I had this feeling that I don't think these are as vibrant as my Kuretake, so I did a little quick detour and pulled out my 36 Kuretake set, and I have this number 30 color for comparison, and oh, I love how vivid it is. And yeah, so here is the Soho Easy Lift 17 Crimson, and it looks dull in comparison to the Kuretake number 30. And to be very thorough in this observation, I pulled a few more Kuretake red pans, and this is where the Kuretake really shines. It has a variety of reds that are very vivid, punchy, but they have like subtle hue and temperature variations, and the clarity on them, they just allow you to mix these like clean, bright colors with. So that's why I'm kind of bummed that the Soho Easy kind of falls short. And also the Soho Red, it's like the classic middle of the road, so it doesn't lean warm. Well, they don't even have an extra red that leans warm like a vermilion, or one that leans cool like a red rose. Like, they have oranges and they have magentas, but they're just not as vibrant as I hoped them to be. Where the Soho set stands out is with the neon colors, and oh my gosh, they pop. I was just taken aback. I was like, wow, these are nice. Neon colors are a little bit difficult to capture on video. They just can't really do it. So I knocked back the exposure to emulate how much they pop off the paper. So enjoy. colors in this set are very pretty too. It's so rare to see metallic colors other than like your classic gold and silver in a variety set like this, so it's refreshing to see something like green and purple, so thank you Soho for that. To further my exploration before diving into the demo piece, I mixed a bunch of paints to see what kind of colors I could mix, what was at my fingertips, and just observe how the paints move on the paper. And I'm also like taking some mental notes on how they like the paints glaze and how they lift. Demo art time. I don't have a thorough plan of action for today's piece. Like my main goal is just to play with the paints and see how they perform. So in some areas I do some things I normally wouldn't, like I would just push it here and push it there, and I'm just playing around. I do want to emphasize that these are not traditional watercolors, and I did approach today's painting with that in mind, meaning since these watercolors lift easily, I did my best to approach my watercolor layers in a way that I didn't have to do excessive amount of layers, and I just had to place the colors next to one another while wet into wet technique. So remember how I mentioned that the red included in this set is a little bit dull? I knew that this would be a problem later on, so I wanted to mix this rather glowing peach for the blushes on the skin, where like, you know, the nose, the eyes, the lips, just like pop some color into her skin tones, and I just couldn't do it. So I reached for the neon colors, which I personally don't want to do this, and I do want to say like there's nothing wrong with using neon colors. It's just a personal choice. Since most of the artwork I produce turns into prints, I try to avoid using anything that's neon or fluorescent because it's such a hassle to reproduce. I think about a year or two ago, I made this decision to kind of cut anything neon from my palette so I wouldn't be tempted, and I would kind of break my dependency on neon colors to make my art look good. So whenever I pick up a new neon color, it's like a heart crush because it's so pretty. It makes everything look so dreamy. It's just so cool and fun to use. So no judgment if you love using neon colors. Use it extra for me because it's so fun. I also glaze with a few metallic colors just to see what can I get and experiment. And the only hassle about glazing with these paints is that the previous layer reactivates rather easily, so any harsh crisp details or edges that you previously made, they will become fuzzy. So plan your paintings wisely and do the fine details at the very end so they're very punchy, they're crisp, they're bold. And a little tip, you can switch your brushes to be a little bit softer, like a synthetic Kolinsky brush, to minimize your previous layers getting scrubbed away or just lifted. So just a neat little tip. Okie dokie, so some thoughts. I know this video is a little bit more thorough than the first impressions, but I can't help it. I love art supplies. Do I recommend everyone rush out to buy this set? No. Do I think this set makes a fun stocking stuffer on Christmas or a fun casual gift for that special artist in your life? Yes, I do. I had a ton of fun playing with this set. I was highly amused. But I do think that this set comes with a lot of flaws, and those being that the pants slide around a lot and the lid doesn't actually snap shut. For example, if you were to toss this in your bag, the lid will fall off and all the pants will just fall out. I did this numerous times just to see what would happen. And that funny smell from the beginning, it doesn't disappear. You may have to air this palette out for a month or so, but it kind of has a particular stench. Also, I'm not sure if the neon colors or the metallics are a big enough reason to justify purchasing this whole set, because there is a bunch of colors that are dulled down compared to the Kuretake, so it's kind of weighing out your pros and cons. A part of me, I'm on the fence about if I want to keep this in my collection, because I have other palettes at a similar price point that I love so much more. But I do think that these paints are different enough from the Kuretakes that if you wanted both, you could probably get away with both and use both. But honestly, I wouldn't use the reds from the Soho with the Kuretakes because, like I said, they're dulled down. They're not going to mix beautiful colors. So I would love to know your thoughts on this. Are you interested in picking up this palette? Do you already have it? Do you love it? Please do share your experience down below, because I'm sure others will also like to see, others' opinions on this. Because I really don't hate this palette. I like it, but I don't love it. And that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, let's stick with that. Okie dokie. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful, have fun while watching it, because playing with new art supplies is fun, please do give this video the thumbs up and do subscribe. This is my new YouTube channel, by the way, for those who don't know. This used to be Juicy Ink. It's now just me. Alrighty, I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me today and just having a grand old time. So keep on drawing. I'll see you later, alright? Bye!
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret everything.